Taurus, you're tuned in to the Mixtape Mystic, your metaphysical mixtape for higher consciousness. This is going to be a general reading for the sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and Venus placements. If this reading doesn't resonate with you, then you might want to tune into the frequency of one of your other 3 placements that I've posted or will be posting on this channel. Finally, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me or breathwork session, you can do so via the link in the description box. I've cleansed these cards, I've cleared the space, and I've been thinking about you, Taurus. You and your wonderful energy. I know because I'm a Taurus sun, and I get it, I get it. So without further ado, let's mix it up, see what the universe has for you. Already she's popping out with the... Ooh, all right. Okay. So we got the 4 of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, the Emperor, the Ace of Cups. So what I'm going to be doing here, Taurus, is 5-card spread with 5 clarifiers. So the first position here is going to be potential incoming energy. The second position is going to be maybe what you should be focusing on. This is going to be the December monthly, so talking about it, incoming energy potentially into the month, what you need to be focusing on, what you might not see, advice from spirit, and then the 5th card is going to be fantastic, potential outcome. So all right, okay, that's beautiful. So we're gonna get some clarifiers on the 4 of Wands here. I hope that you are having a fantastic day, Taurus, whatever day it is that you're seeing this right now. I'm in Michigan, and it is balls to the walls, snowing. Definitely feeling very much of a snowed in energy. So, we just had this eclipse in the Taurus-Scorpio axis, so I get it, It's kind of just some wonky afterglow energy that's sort of happening in a way that is, I don't know, I feel kind of solemn lately, like very contemplative, very reflective. It was definitely a huge eclipse for me. If anyone else experienced just something rather transformative during this eclipse season, feel free to put it in the comment box below. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear about it. All right, Spirit, can we get some clarifiers on the 4 of Wands here for the sign of Taurus? Nothing's popping out. It's like those first initial ones were like, I got something to say, and now it's... So what happens when you practice your shuffling? You become too efficient, I guess. JK, look at me. Throwing cards everywhere. All right, we're going to do some cuts here to get some cards. I'm feeling that this is going to be good for your energy. So, just to let you know, I'm not reading reversals. I am picking up if I'm feeling any reversal energy, and I will say, if I do, but just in general, I'm going to flip it upright. Got the Lovers. Let's get 3 more clarifying cards, Spirit, so we can get a bigger picture of what's going on for Taurus. Ooh, all right. So yeah, I'm sure that you saw it in the thumbnail and the title, but this is going to be a monthly reading for the sign of Taurus in December. But whenever you find this, chances are you were brought here because there was something for you. So in that sense, let it be timeless, because time is a construct anyways. All right, one more card here for Taurus. All right. All right. Okay, Taurus, so the incoming energy for December, I am loving. We're off to a good start here because we have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands in the tarot is, it can be known as the marriage card. It doesn't necessarily have to be that, but it's sort of just the energy of union. It's the energy of kind of celebration in a partnership, celebration just in general. You can kind of see the symmetry that's represented here, the people in the background, they're celebrating, getting married, joining of families, some kind of a union is happening. I'm kind of just picking up in general. I don't think that this is going to, for some of you, that may not be the case, but I don't think this is going to be marriage per se coming in to this month. But if you are getting married this month, then for sure this reading is for you. And it's clarified by the Hierophant, which is your card, Taurus. So the Hierophant is the Taurus card. And it symbolizes tradition and religion and sort of the hierarchy of the church, but in a clerical way. It's not a bad card by any means. It's a really powerful card, actually. So for me, I get this sense, this is you turning up, right, in this reading. So I'm getting the sense that coming into this month, and I'm sure it has to do with, coming out of this eclipse season, and then now there's this Sagittarius new moon that's happening right as Jupiter is just coming in strong. So there's the heaviness that you have been experiencing for the last, maybe even longer than a year, but probably about a year, I would say. For many of you, you've been experiencing just a deep heaviness in some or all aspects of your life. This is going to be a time of liberation. This is going to be a time of coming out of isolation and coming into just feeling good, I feel. Which brings us to our focus, which is beautiful. So we have the Wheel of Fortune in the focus. And the Wheel of Fortune is going to be, it can be many different things. It's the 10th major arcana card in the tarot. And 10, as we can see from the other suits and everything, 10 is the number of completion. So it's the culmination of a cycle in order for something new to begin. So I really feel like this energy that you're coming in with, Taurus, is most certainly just this freshness, this blank slate, everything that you had to transmute and transform through this big eclipse that happened. This is really, in my opinion, the peak of all of the eclipses happening in the Taurus-Scorpio axis. And it's hitting a lot of us, I know, but you're bringing it in and you're starting something new. And what is it that you're starting? What's the clarifier with the Lover's card? So it could be love. It could be literally a new love coming in for you, or one that already has come in for you that you're developing and strengthening, and getting deeper trust and intimacy. But it could also be in business, or in finance and investment. It's essentially, to me, in this placement, it's as a clarifier for the Wheel of Fortune. I'm picking up that it's this energy from the universe that is saying you're about to step into something that's going to be so good, and you're going to feel so connected. Not just connected to yourself, because you're showing up here as yourself, but you're showing up with the Four of Wands, with the Wheel of Fortune, with the Lovers. This is powerful. This is majorly powerful. I mean, you have 3 major arcanas just right here, and look at the amount of major arcanas that are in this spread. That doesn't always happen. So this is a really good. I feel like what your focus needs to be is just preparing yourself for this blank slate, right? Preparing yourself for this huge page turn that's happening. And my guess is you feel it coming. I think that many of you do. So it's going to be good. You're going to be well connected. Sort of what I'm getting from this is dream big. Like don't settle. Like whatever it was that you were transforming and transmuting within yourself through this eclipse axis, this is saying to me, only go for your highest timeline. You know, what is that thing when all your excuses are stripped away? What is it that you would, more than anything, I would ... fill in the blank. You fill in the blank, Taurus. You let me know. What is this? You can post in the comments if you want. So going into the 3rd position here, this is going to be maybe what you don't see. So the unexpected can be your blind spot. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just, what's the surprise element to this month? And you have the Emperor. So the Emperor is very Aries energy. It's Mars. It's fire. And he's pretty stern. He's when I think about the Emperor, I think about, there are a few key people in my life that I think about. So I very much can sense that archetype, but it's a very get stuff done energy, right? And it can be kind of cold at times in regards to not showing emotion, or in regards to prioritizing maybe I don't want to say this isn't necessarily traditional. I'm picking up intuitively here. Maybe not valuing productivity over people. It can be. I felt like there's some that might not apply to all of you guys. That's why I was a little apprehensive to say it, but it is coming up for somebody and picking up on that. So if that applies to you, you can take it as it resonates. But yeah, it's sort of this, productivity before people, progress, scaling, exponential growth. And it's funny because I'm just now looking down and registering that we have the 10 of Pentacles below it. So 10 of Pentacles in the tarot is, complete and total abundance, right? It's stability, it's security, but it's also, it's profit essentially. So, and I feel kind of like this is maybe neutral, the unexpected here in this case. I'm kind of picking up that maybe it's having to do with somebody in your sphere or your circle, whether it's a boss or a family member or somebody, maybe it's a friend who you're just feeling like maybe they're valuing a project over valuing you or how you feel. And maybe there's a lot of opportunity here. So maybe you're kind of weighing your options. Am I really valued here? Or am I better off finding somewhere that maybe, if it's career finance sort of situation, then maybe I'm better off finding somewhere that the pay is good, but I am finding myself so much more fulfilled in what I'm doing. So yeah, again, take that as it resonates. But finally, we got a little ways to go, Taurus. In your advice from Spirit, you have the Ace of Cups, clarified by the Chariot. So, oh boy. So your advice from Spirit, this new beginning I was talking about, this page turn here, right? It's the theme of the whole month for you here, Taurus, because it starts off at the very beginning of the reading, and it really kind of, I mean, there's threads of it that carry all the way through here. But the Ace of Cups is that emotional fulfillment, right? It could be a new beginning and like a new love. Again, you have the Lovers here. It's a possibility. But if it's not, it's really probably talking about finally getting to a point in your life, whether that is with a relationship or in a career or whatever it is that you're doing. If you're in retirement, having your daily routine that you're showing up to being your focus, because this is what's going to be what makes your cup overflow. If you can focus on the micro details and not get overwhelmed by the big picture, then your advice from Spirit is find fulfillment in your everyday routine. Find fulfillment there and put your focus there. This is your focus, right? It's like you're starting a new cycle. You got to really, this is so true for me and my experience as a Taurus sun, but and Venus. But right now more than ever, we have to draw boundaries that need to be drawn for us to protect ourselves. And I don't mean that in like a scarcity way. I just mean it in a way that is, I think we're coming to this culmination point as an archetype, as a sign, Taurus sign, that really, the way that we have been living our lives is not going to work anymore. It's just not. So we need to find new ways where we are putting ourselves first. We're putting our health first, and even if that is going against societal pressures or expectations, we really have to get in touch with our heart-mind coherence, so that the two sides of ourselves, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, are creating harmony. And I'm picking up from this energy here that might be what this is about for some of you. Coming into the week, you're focusing on harmony. You're focusing on the symmetry. You're focusing on the balancing. Divine feminine, divine masculine. This is the work. This is what brings you to the page turn, right? And for that emotional fulfillment in your everyday routine, you're looking at the clarification of the Chariot. We're seeing more balance here, right? Just in the same way, like with the High Priestess, with the B and the J towers or pillars, the black and the white, the yin, the yang, divine feminine, divine masculine. It's coming up a lot here for you. And, if it's for those of you that we are actually talking about some kind of a love relationship, that, like I said, that could be the case, but I really think that for the majority of you, this is about an internal harmony that maybe you've never experienced before in your life. And you kind of sense that this is happening, and you haven't really had words for it because you've never experienced anything like it before. It's going to take a while to integrate this energy. But I really believe that that's what this is about, and it's so emotionally fulfilling because there's not that dread of going to work, or that whatever it is that is, anxiety, waking up in the middle of the night, whatever it is, it's just the heavy cloud that's over you. You've done the heavy lifting already in this eclipse season, okay, Taurus, to transmute so much of that energy. You really are at the tail end of this stretch. I believe in you. I'm here for you. I love you, okay? I feel it. I'm feeling it with you. So, but it's, additional clarifiers that I'm picking up from the Chariot is that it's gonna, when it happens, it's gonna happen fast. Like I'm picking up Eight of Wands energy here, sort of, which is that fast movement. It's what comes to mind is a lot of people talk about like it takes 10 years to become an overnight success at whatever it is that you're trying to develop mastery in. And so many of the people that I have read about, and the few people I've known that have just, whatever it is that they're doing, have just had an exponential amount of success. they talk about how it was just, nobody valued really what they did until suddenly everybody did. And that's such a trend that happens, and it can be this tipping point, right? Tipping point. This is fantastic, right? You've come to a full rotation and you're starting over, but you're leveled up, right? You're doing your second lap, whatever that means for you. Interpret it however you will. But it's happening, that page turn from the end of the cycle to the beginning coming in, it's happening so fast. And possible outcome, you have the moon and the star, which to me, so the star is 17 in the major arcana, and the moon's 18. So you have this beautiful consecutive, oftentimes if I'm clarifying a card and I get the same card, if I'm using multiple decks, then Chris Reck, one of my favorite tarot readers, he talks about how that's the universe saying, like, I meant what I said. I'm kind of picking up on that energy here, because the star is Aquarius, right? I always have gotten a heavy, like, integration energy. You have this spiritual renewal, and these stars represent the 7 chakra energy centers around here, and it's really about finding the divine North Star. Like, what is it for you that you're alchemizing? That, again, going back to the daily routine, water. The moon is your subconscious mind, it's your divine feminine. So so much of this is just this is the transformation, right? Going into 2023 for the sign of Taurus, whatever your Taurus placement is, I feel like this is finding yourself, right? Because what you're integrating is the darkness, like the dark side of the moon. This idea of what is hidden in the subconscious is coming to light in a way that is very much supported by the universe. And talking about this eclipse energy, and the sequence that the cards, the moon comes after the star card, but before the star card is the Tower. And it's a scary card for a lot of people. It's really not scary. It's so beautiful. It's when the universe says, I love you so much that I can't let you stay where you are because you're hurting yourself being there, or you're not living up to your highest potential of what truly fulfills your heart. And the Tower has to happen in order for the star to come next. You have to have Tower moments in your life in order to figure out what it is that really lights you up, what is most important to you. Okay. Taurus, I'm getting chills. This is such a beautiful energy. I'm just going to pull, since this is our monthly for December, I want to pull just a general overall energy card from the Prism Oracle deck, just to kind of get a sense of, Spirit's telling me actually to clarify the unexpected here. So whatever card or cards that pop out, this potential person that is, or couldn't just, maybe it's not a person, maybe it's more of an entity, like an employer or an organization or a spiritual community or whatever it is. I do feel like it's some kind of project, though, that is tied up with someone else and tied up with finances. So I want to get an overall energy just because I want to see if this is something that you should maybe ground yourself and brace yourself for, or if it's something that is more of like a positive. There's positive in everything, but maybe it's something that is really good. Maybe it's a realization that leads to a decision for you to put yourself first in a way that you never have before. It's kind of what I'm picking up on that. Spirit, please bring some clarification. Card or cards for Taurus for what they don't see coming for the month of December. Okay. Stop. Okay. So definitely something to be cautious of. I'm not saying that by any means to induce fear. I believe that fear breeds fear breeds fear breeds fear, and that I don't like a lot of doom and gloom in tarot, because tarot has so many bright sides and so much opportunity. However, it can also be a really good tool for you to, again, this is in your what's unexpected for you. So it's something you need to pay attention to. Keep your eyes and ears peeled for this month, Taurus. Again, whether it's somebody coming in that's valuing some kind of monetary transaction or productivity over you, or you're seeing that happen in your space, just be mindful. Be mindful of anyone that is maybe taking advantage of you for whatever reason. I feel like that's all I need to say. But anyways, Taurus, thank you so much for being here with me. Oh my gosh, it is with great pleasure, my treasure, to read your energy. Until next time, I'll see ya.